Good evening, wanderers. Welcome to Delays After Dark, the show where we step into strange corners of our world, peek behind the curtains of familiar, and explore the places you usually ignore. I'm Ducky, and tonight we're crossing the threshold, literally. We're diving deep into the world of liminal spaces, where the idea came from, why it resonates so strongly today, and what these eerie, nostalgic, in-between places tell us about ourselves. First, we're going to go into what exactly is a liminal space. Let's start with the basics. The word liminal comes from the Latin word limen, meaning threshold. In anthropology, it usually refers to the middle stage of a ritual, when you've left one phase of life, but not entered the next one quite yet. You're in between and in between, not one thing, not the other. Imagine the moment after you've tossed your graduation cap, but before you walk off the field, the moment after the wedding ceremony ends, when everyone is still in that glow of what now? Those are liminal moments. But the internet has taken this idea and turned it into an aesthetic all on its own. Now, when you hear people talk about liminal spaces, they usually mean physical places that give you that same in-between feeling. An empty mall corridor at night, a school hallway during summer break, a closed-down hotel lobby where every sound echoes back at you. These are places built for moments, noise, and people. Yet, we often see them when they're completely still, and that stillness does something to our brain. Now, the internet discovered the in-between. So, when did liminal spaces become, well, liminal spaces, as we all know them online? Let's rewind to the early to mid 2010s, a time of weird Tumblr post, vaporwave aesthetic, and digital nostalgia. People were posting things that felt dreamlike, uncanny, vaguely nostalgic, but no one had a name for it yet. Then came the moment that changed everything. The Backrooms photo, uploaded in 2019. A simple image of an endless yellow office space lit by humming fluorescent lights. No windows, no people, just beige carpet and buzzing lights stretching on forever. The internet said, I think I've been here before, except of course you hadn't. That image triggered something, a collective memory glitch. People recognizing the feeling even though they didn't recognize the place. And that became the seed of the modern liminal space aesthetic. Online communities on Reddit, Tumblr, Twitter, and eventually TikTok began sharing images that capture that feeling. Quiet hallways, drained swimming pools, stairways with harsh lighting, school gymnasiums with the chairs stacked, gas stations at 3 a.m. These weren't abandoned or haunted places. They were temporarily empty, caught in a transitional moment, and the internet loved them. But why do liminal spaces feel so strange? Let's talk about the psychology for a moment. Why does a completely normal hallway feel different when no one's in it? Why does a late night parking lot feel like a dream? Why does a mall after close look like it belongs in a horror movie? There are a few theories. The first theory is disrupted context. Our brains rely on context to feel safe. A school hallway is supposed to have students. A mall is supposed to have shoppers. An airport is supposed to have movement. When those human elements vanish, the space feels wrong. It's not dangerous, just off. The second theory is childhood memory echoes. Many liminal spaces look like places we visited as kids, gyms, arcades, classroom, community centers. But when we see them empty, they feel like half-forgotten memories. It's like visiting a dream version of your childhood. Theory 3, the dream factor. This one is a big one. Liminal spaces often resemble settings from dreams. Open, empty, strangely lit, with no clear purpose. Dream places are familiar, but directionless. There's no story, no goal, just existence. Seeing a real place that feels like that can create a surreal, I've been here before sensation. Fourth theory, the fear of transition. Humans are wired to be unsettled by transitions, not because they're bad, but because they're uncertain. We're stepping into the unknown, and liminal spaces, physical or emotional, magnify that feeling. Today, liminal spaces have become more than an internet trend. They're a visual language, a way to communicate emotion that are hard to put into words. Nostalgia, loneliness, peace, anticipation, even grief. Artists use liminality to create surreal worlds. Game designers use it to unsettle players. Photographers hunt for those perfect moments when a public place becomes private. And people online, especially the younger generations, connect with liminal spaces because they reflect something real. That feeling of floating between moments in life. Not quite who you were, but not quite who you're becoming. Liminality isn't just a location, it's a feeling we've all had. The internet just gave it a name. So, the next time you find yourself alone in a hallway, late at night, or in a parking lot lit by a single street lamp, or walking through a school or an office that's far too quiet, take a moment, look around. You're standing in a liminal space, a threshold between moments. Some people find it eerie, others find it comforting. Either way, it's an invitation to pause and notice the in between. Thank you for listening to Delays After Dark. If you enjoyed tonight's dive into liminal spaces, make sure to follow, leave a rating, and share the show with someone who loves the strange and the beautiful. If you have any questions, comments, concerns, bitches, moans, or gripes, please leave them in the comment section. If you have an idea for a future video, leave it in a comment section. Or if you don't want to make your opinion public, you can email us at any time. We read all of our emails, and until next time, keep wandering, and don't be afraid of the places in between. All right, guys, this is a little bit of an after show segment. First off, thank you for watching the video in its entirety. We do appreciate that. You probably noticed that this is a in between, well, not exactly an in between episode, but a shorter episode with only me speaking. With the recent events in both of me and Orion's life, we have had to step away from recording and the podcast. We didn't forget about it. We had episodes planned, but specifically around this time, the holidays, it gets rough, and especially the next 6 months for me. It's gonna be a little bit rough. I'm transitioning from my current job to a new job. It's just had a lot's going on, and Orion's got a lot of stuff going on in her life, so we weren't able to get together. However, I felt bad leaving the channel kind of vacant there for a little bit. We do appreciate everyone who listens, and thank you for listening. So until next time.